Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing super well. This is Hoberdan Peno here, and this video is the week 12 report to Haydn and Mozart string quartets. For this video, I choose the Haydn's quartet Opus 33 number 2, and as requested, the Mozart string quartets K464. This Haydn quartet has Joke as a nickname. Maybe because of its abrupt ending effect caused by the great pauses requested several times by the composer at the end of the piece of the fourth movement. The third movement is a beautiful largo sostenuto, where we can notice an extremely care of hiding with dynamics and colors to express the slow movement idea. It starts with the cello and the viola leading the melody and followed by the violins on the sequence. A dulce texture is marked on the score and suddenly is broke by a strong section of 8 notes with dynamics requested as forte and fortissimos. The piece goes back to its texture, and at the measure 40, the quartet plays together, creating a reinforcement of the loudest part of this movement. The presence of the viola as an accompaniment is almost the same that Mozart uses in his K464 string quartet as well. The fourth movement in my ears could sound as a Baroque giga because of its rhythm. It's gracious and light, representing a mix of styles, sounding elegant and a little bit cliché, and it's marked by a presence of an adagio to add contrast, but after a couple measures, the joke appears. The 4 great pauses suddenly cuts the sections when the piece goes back to the presto after the adagio part, creating a sensation of ending. I can't imagine how people at Haydn's days would react with that. Laugh? Maybe. And now, transitioning to Mozart's. As Mozart dedicates 6 quartets to Haydn, this string quartet is named as string quartet number 18 in A major, K464, written in 1785, and aka as Haydn's quartet number 5. Looking at the third movement of Mozart's quartet, the Andante, it starts at the key of D major with a sotto voce marking at the beginning of the movement. According with groove, sotto voce has a direction indicating that the passage is to be performed in an undertone, and was used originally in a connection with vocal music, but was equally applied by analogy to instrumental performances. As such, it often found in Haydn and Mozart's works. This movement is basically a theme in variations. The theme is exposed and a very small key change happens, and it goes back to the original key at the measure number 8. The violin leads the melody all the time, and the other instruments works more like an accompaniment, creating a beautiful harmonic textures, so the violin can perform a beautiful and almost voicing color with its phrases. The first variations starts at the measure 19, and the virtuosistic parts of the violin doesn't stop. But we have a beautiful contrast between the first and the second violins here as well. At the measure number 27, we can notice variations to the minor key, and in the exposition, it goes back to the original key very quickly. What a nice texture mixing minor and, in a surprise, going back to the major key, right? The measure number 37, the rhythm variation starts, and the second violin works like a beautiful ostinato, repeating the same rhythm as the Haydn's quartet. On the measure 56, the third variation happens, and the viola is the main subject right now, transporting the piece for a question and answer section, where the violins 1 and 2 are the first voices appearing on the top, answered by the cello and the viola. And as the fourth variations continually, this polyphonic idea, but now darker, transforming to the minor key as D minor. And the last part of the piece goes back to the original key, and Mozart explores the vocal contrasts between the quartet, creating also a beautiful rhythm played by the cello leading the piece to its end. The fourth movement of this quartet is an allegro non troppo, and in my ears are totally a Bach reference, because it sounds almost like a choral texture with the voices. I'm not going to say is a fugue, because it doesn't follow the fugue rule strictly. The intention here is definitely to show the form A, B, B1, and A, and we can notice a very precise rhythm on the fourth movement, and the voice contrasting all the time. This piece ends very light if you compare with its beginning. So basically, those are my thoughts about this piece, and I hope you are taking care of yourself and also of your loved ones. Bye bye.